Welcome to Rams Stadium, where we have the American International Yellow Jackets versus the Shepherd Rams. My name's Isaac Dyer, and I'm here with broadcast partner Jerome Presley. Jerome, American National comes down from the Northeast Conference out of UMass in Massachusetts, where they have a bunch of young players, but a bunch of experienced players, and they're led by the Northeast Conference Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and that's Kevin Arduino, the quarterback. He's a dual-threat quarterback and is definitely going to be called upon to be better than he was last year and eclipse his accomplishments from last year against an extremely tough Shepherd Rams team. Cal Brownridge, the wide receiver, will be one of his targets. He had a pretty pedestrian year last year, but it's important for him to come this year and also elevate his game on the road against a tough Shepherd team. On the defensive side of the ball, you have Marco Rice, free safety. He's going to have to comb that back line and make sure that he protects that secondary against a Shepherd attack in the air that can be very, very formidable. And then at linebacker, Jaquez Simpkins is important in the run defense against a tough Shepherd running game.
Shepherd had a tough time last week in the second half, but that doesn't mean there weren't players that didn't have great games and pretty good performances. You got a few of those performances.
Well, I'll tell you, it starts all off with the defense and Howard Jones. I tell you what, this kid is special. Last week, 6 tackles, 3 tackles for losses. He lived in the defensive backfield in that game, and I think he's just a key cog to this team. A.J. Parrish, stud linebacker. He's one of my favorite players on this team. He's very just great to watch. Just a stout linebacker in the middle of that defense. He anchors that defense, plays the run, and he plays the pass very effectively, which makes him a very extremely good defensive player. On the offensive side of the ball, Shepherd has so many players that you can talk about from so many different angles. And I'll tell you what, it all starts out with Larry Lowe, the wide receiver, who had a very good game last week, 7 receptions for 77 yards. And then how many times have we talked about Shepherd in their return game? Each year they pump out a new returner every year that's able to take it the difference. This year, this time up, it's DJ Scott. And I tell you what, he is an electrifying return man. And at any time, he can take a punt return all the way to the house at any time and can do it multiple times in a game.
Each week, we're going to bring keys to the game. I like to call them the nuggets, the knowledge of Jerome Presley. This week, we have a few of them that you want to give, but I'm going to let the people wait for a minute. We'll have the keys to the game right after the break.
Don't throw your money away. Come to Mayhew Chevrolet, Sunrise Summit in Romney, or on the web at mayhewcars.com.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Mayhew. At Mayhew Chevrolet, we are a family business where we remember you by your name and not a number. Come to Mayhew Chevrolet. We will take care of you.
In these days of identity theft and fraud, along with tougher enforcement of HIPAA and FACTA, it's more important than ever to protect your client's personal information. Outsourcing your document and media destruction allows your employees to be more productive in their core responsibilities, saving on labor and ensuring stricter compliance with privacy laws. RMS can handle all your shredding needs. RMS not only provides on-site document shredding, but can also handle the destruction of hard drives and other electronic media on-site with no chance of recovery of any data from those disks. In addition, 100% of shredding paper and electronics is recycled. Call us today. See what RMS can do for you.
So you're looking to buy a new car, and you start to ask yourself the important questions. Who, what, where, why? You might be thinking, aren't all dealers the same? And that's where you'd be interested in knowing that Apple Valley Chevy Toyota has been your reputable hometown dealer for over 50 years. With great service, great selection, and great value, giving you the best car buying experience has always been our commitment to you. Plus, our certified automotive technicians get your vehicle serviced right the first time, every time. For all those reasons and more, see why Apple Valley Chevy Toyota is different from the rest.
Dealerships that lead the market bring their new car trades to Mason-Dixon Auto Auction in Greencastle, Pennsylvania. When these top dealers are overstocked with new car trades, they sacrifice them at Mason-Dixon Public Auto Auction, where you can come, bid, and buy at tremendous savings every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. The 2006 Hummer selling for over $6,300 below book value, or the sleek 2005 Pontiac Sunfire sold at a savings of $4,380. Mason-Dixon Auto Auction, exit 3 off I-81 in Greencastle, Pennsylvania.
Mother Nature can be a tad unpredictable. That kind of disposition doesn't sit well with a train. Its forecast is as rock solid as solid rock. Nothing but perfect temps house-wide.
McCrae Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving your community for 75 years, and we're celebrating with amazing rebates and a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's peace of mind. These deals are available for a limited time only, so call today. Comfort you can believe in, no matter the season. That's the McCrae way.
It's hard to stop a train.
Thanks for coming back to Ram Stadium. I promised you the keys to the game, the knowledge of this guy right here. Jerome Presley, what are your keys to this game?
Well, we'll start with the Yellow Jackets, and it's pretty simple. This is their first game this year. While Shepherd was on the road last week, they were home probably preparing for Shepherd and watching that game and scouting that game. So for them, coming on the road, your first game in a hostile environment. I'll tell you what, Shepherd really packs this place. So it's going to be how can they adjust to coming on the road for their first game against an extremely talented Shepherd team. So that's key one for them. Key two for them is simple. If you can't play fast and you can't play physical against the Shepherd Rams, you might as well get on the bus and go home, because they're going to run you out of the stadium. So they have to come in and play extremely fast and play with aggressiveness to be able to compete with Shepherd. On the other side for Shepherd, it starts off with their pass defense. Last week they were torched in the air, especially in the second half, to the tune of almost 400 yards passing. So they have to correct that. Not saying that AIC is going to put up those kind of numbers today, but they have to be prepared. And I know Coach Cater had his team watching film, and they corrected all those mistakes. And then the other thing is home cooking. They're home opener. The fans are going to be on their side. That's their 12th man. And I'll tell you what, Shepherd plays extremely well in their own building, and this is their time at home.
Coach Art Wilkins brings American International down from the Northeast with a 6-4 record last year, and they want to get off to a fast start. On the other hand, Shepherd has a bitter taste in their mouth that they want to get out today. We have the Yellow Jackets and the Rams, and it's next.
Mother Nature can be a tad unpredictable. That kind of disposition doesn't sit well with a train. Its forecast is as rock solid as solid rock. Nothing but perfect temps house-wide.
McCrae Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving your community for 75 years, and we're celebrating with amazing rebates and a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's peace of mind. These deals are available for a limited time only, so call today. Comfort you can believe in, no matter the season. That's the McCrae way.
It's hard to stop a train.
In Antwerp, Belgium, every diamond is unique, each with its own story. Bechtel Jewelers offers you the rare opportunity to be part of that story by traveling halfway across the world to choose your diamond directly from Antwerp's famed diamond cutters. Come in now before we head overseas, and you can secure your own hand-picked diamond from the city that has made diamonds sparkle for centuries. Experience the romance of an Antwerp diamond only at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
We admit it, we can't help ourselves. Just when we built the Optima, a great mid-size sedan, we felt the need to add things, like 18-inch chrome wheels, LED lights, a sport-tuned suspension, premium Napa leather trim seats, and an electronic parking brake. The Optima was already the best. Now it's even better. Introducing the Kia Optima Limited.
Parsons Kia, Winchester, Virginia.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium here in Vickers. Sports is proud to bring you American International versus the Shepherd Rams. My name's Isaac Dyer here with Jerome Presley. Jerome, Shepherd will receive and get that offense on the field first. One of the guys that you told us to look out for, though, is back there to return. Keon Robinson picks it up, though, at the 4-yard line. He brings it up the right sideline, and he is stopped, but not after a great gain. Markel Rice on the stop.
Yeah, and Keon Robinson, you know, we highlighted DJ Scott early on, but Keon Robinson has been here for a while, and I tell you what, he has that ability as well. I mean, like I said in the pregame, Shepherd has no problems with finding talented returners. I mean, they're typically defensive backs, sometimes receivers, and they just do an exceptional job with field position for their special teams.
Here comes Shepherd out of that multiple eye offense. And you'll see the Yellow Jackets, they're in a 4-3, and all 3 of their linebackers are returning from last year. First play, it's going to go to Kenny Williams. Kenny Williams up the side, does not get to the line of scrimmage as he is stopped there by number 9, Justin Turvo.
And what you saw is just great pursuit from that Yellow Jacket defense, and that's what you have to do with speed. You have to get that pursuit angles, get all your hats to the ball, and that's exactly what the Yellow Jackets did on that play.
It looks like a loss of about 1 yard on that carry by Kenny Williams, and that's how the Yellow Jackets want to get started, because I'm sure that the Rams are going to try to run the ball and run the ball a lot. 2nd down and 11. This time you have Cooper in the shotgun formation, 3 wides to his right. He rolls that way. Looks like he's looking for Larry Lowe, who's not open, and Cooper gets chased out of bounds by Darius Evans, a senior linebacker from Linden, New Jersey.
Yeah, what you saw, it looked like a 2-player route, move in the pocket to get Cooper wide to the right. Just good defense by the Yellow Jackets. They did allow Contain to be broken down, but in that situation, they gave up a minimal gain of about a couple of yards on the play.
Very good coverage that time by the secondary of the Yellow Jackets. You're looking at now 3rd down and 9 after a 2-yard gain for Bobby Cooper. In motion, you have McKenzie. Pass on the play. Cooper ducks it right underneath to McKenzie, but he does not get enough for a 1st down, as he's going to be short by about 2 or 3 yards, which will bring up the punt team.
And that's a good defensive series for the Yellow Jackets, for them to come in and get a 3-and-out on the road on your first series defensively, puts you in a really good situation, helps you with that confidence to possibly bring that confidence up and elevate that confidence for your team in this game.
Back to return the kick on the punt here is going to be Cal Brownridge, one of the guys who we did highlight in the opening. Also back there is Markel Rice, another guy who we highlighted. Markel makes one guy miss. There is a flag on the play, but he's still up, running down to close to the 45-yard line, but there is laundry on the field. Good return there by Markel Rice, but we'll see what the referee is going to give us on the call. As we await the referee, another good return, though, by Markel Rice. It looks like it's going to be a block in the back, and it's going to bring that back. Block in the back is going to bring that back all the way to the, looks like the inside the 20.
Yeah.
So you're looking at on the 17-yard line.
And it negates a very good return by Rice. First of all, I like the way he fielded that. He did not fair catch that ball, and some novice returners may have done that because it was a high ball. It was a good punt, high ball. He didn't fair catch it. He put trust in his protection team, caught the ball, and then it started getting upfield. It just, blocking it back negated the return.
There's the quarterback out of this pro-style offense. His name Kevin Arduino. He is going to be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. There's the run, and we have another flag on the play, but the run by Terrell Williams maybe gets back to the yard marker, but we have another flag on the play. Down at the bottom of that pile making the tackle was number 91, Tim Durant, for the Shepherd Rams.
Number 96, lined up in the neutral zone. 5 yards, 3
And yeah, that's just number 96 lineup in the neutral zone for the Rams. That's big Mike Franklin, the junior 6'2", 310-pounder. Exceptional front four for the Shepherd Rams, and they get the penalty on the play.
Penalties were a problem last week for the Rams. They hope that doesn't bring across what we might want to see today, or they might see today. Good reverse call there. Hand off to number 85, Maurice Esterling, sophomore out of Yonkers, New York.
And I think that's a first down, if I'm not mistaken, or it'll definitely be close. That may have moved the chains. And again, for the Yellow Jackets, if they can come down after a 3-and-out series and then have an opportunity to put some points on the board, it looks like they're going to be a yard short. That would be a great start for them on the road.
A very good call there for Esterling and a good run. Number 21, right up the side there, and that will be enough for a first down. It's going to be Terrell Williams, one of the breakout performers here for the Yellow Jackets.
And I'll tell you what, big number 79, George Gross, just got out there, the sophomore center. I mean, from his center position, gets out and pulls on the play, and that was just a well-designed play. And when you have a center that can snap the ball and get upfield on the outside and lead the way for a ball carrier, that's an athletic offensive lineman. So that's a great play by the big guy in the middle.
Looks like a blitz coming off the side there, and that was 32 on the blitz, number 32, A.J. Parrish. He does not get there. Williams again up the middle for a good gain of about 4 yards on that play. One thing I'm seeing here, Jerome, is I'm seeing the Yellow Jackets going away from the other side, which is Howard Jones' side. Yeah,
they're definitely going away from Howard Jones, but at the same time, Shepherd's front four is stout all the way across. Howard, for his size, does work very well against the run, and we're just seeing a stacked backfield for the Yellow Jackets.
3 backs in the backfield. Arduino under center. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Again, they did not get him to jump that time. Pass is complete. First down for the Yellow Jackets. Pass from Arduino to Benjamin.
And this, you see on the replay, this was a well-designed play, play action. It sucked in all of Shepherd's defense. You saw those linebackers coming up, and just a beautiful design play. And I'll tell you what, you're seeing a conventional offense, and you have Shepherd's conventional defense in there. Last week they were pretty spread out against a spread attack from Shippensburg, but in this sense, this is their conventional defensive front. And I'll tell you what, this Yellow Jacket team is doing a very good job mixing it up.
Very good pass fake. Wide open is number 85, Maurice Esterling, and he's in for the touchdown. 6-0 Yellow Jackets.
Wow, that was a well-designed play. Again, play action. You get that action play action boot, and Arduino just puts a beautiful ball. And Esterling just is wide open. Just a great route. He's wide open. Arduino just puts it on point, and Esterling's able to take it from there, and this just caps off a beautiful opening for this Yellow Jacket team.
All-conference punter and place kicker Daniel Bax up to kick the extra point. Snap is back, up and good. Yellow Jackets strike first. 7-0 Yellow Jackets.
Unexpected opportunities.
Unexpected adrenaline.
Unexpected community.
Shepherd, unexpected.
Is your favorite way to spend your free time on a golf course? Then treat yourself to West Virginia's friendliest course, Alpine Lake Resort Golf Course. Alpine Lake is a beautiful 18-hole course bordered by a 150-acre mountain lake. Our weekday greens fees are $40 with cards, and our weekend green fees are just $49. Enjoy our cool mountain air and take pleasure in our stay and play golf packages, starting at just $100. Meet friends at the resort, on the deck overlooking one of West Virginia's most beautiful vistas.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. Arduino goes 52 yards to Maurice Esterling for a touchdown, and that's something that you said in the pregame. How will the secondary respond? They didn't respond well on that play there.
And I think, you're looking at, remember, and you said this, that while Shepherd was playing last week, the Yellow Jackets had an opportunity to really scout them. They didn't have a game, so they really scouted them, and maybe they saw some holes in that secondary that they can exploit themselves.
Backs with the kickoff, and he goes to Robinson again. Robinson brings it up. He's now coming up his left side, and he tried to flip over number 47 there on American International, but he does not get through him.
And it's just solid kick coverage. And I'll tell you what, right now, AIC has come to play today, and they're not intimidated at all. And you know, looking at this team, one of the things that they talked about was they saw last year as a rebuilding year for them. So this year they're coming in and they're saying, look, we have a lot of our returning lettermen back. We're ready to play. So what you're seeing is a team they're looking to win their conference. So they're definitely not going to be pushed over by anyone.
Coach Art Young on that did state that he did expect this team to be better this year and expect them to be strong. Looks like a yard gain there for Williams on that play there. So it's going to be 2 yards actually. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, that was just a good play. Right defensive end, Kastrim Hakanjin. And I'm sorry if I beat up that name, but I tell you what, he played that defensive end very well, kept contained and forced everything inside, and that's what you want to do, force the ball carrier inside, and he kept contained on the outside, and that was just a brilliant play from the defensive end.
Glad you said the name first. Williams again on the call, but this time he stopped by number 43, Demetrius Steed, and these linebackers are playing no gain on that play.
Yeah, I think you just have a AIC team that's coming in, and they're teeing off. I mean, they're really playing stout. They're not allowing themselves to be blocked. They're getting into each gap, and it's just hard sledding to find room against this defense.
3rd down and 8 for Cooper and the Shepherd Rams offense. Cooper gets the shotgun formation. He goes right over the middle to big number tight end number 88, Anthony Weissenmiller. And they call him Wheezy. Actually, it's Wiesenmiller.
Wiesenmiller. They call him Wheezy. And Wheezy, you know, when things aren't going well sometimes and you're getting hard sledding, sometimes you got to have a good tight end that you can have your bailout and give you some good minutes, good carries, and good receptions, and that's exactly what you got on that play.
Wheezy with a big catch there gives the Rams enough for the 1st down. Back goes Cooper again. He's looking for Larry Lowe, and he just undershoots him. On the coverage there was Mike Ford, a freshman. Mike Ford, true freshman, 5'9", 170.
Yeah, you see offensive coordinator Ernie McCook for the Rams. You're seeing it, you know, he wants to start testing the secondary for the Yellow Jackets to see if he can exploit there. They did do well throwing last week, but right now the rushing game, which is not characteristic of Shepherd, is not necessarily on track. They weren't really on track last week either, and you're seeing it this week. It's like a carryover. They're not able to really run the ball the way they would like.
2nd down and 10, but they do get the Yellow Jackets 2 jumps, so we're going to see what the call is, but more than likely that's going to be an offsides on the Yellow Jackets, but we'll see what the ref tells us. Here, what we're going to look at here is the starting defense for the Yellow Jackets. And again, I highlighted the 3 linebackers, Bowen, Simpkins, and Garcia, all returning on this team. On offense for Shepherd, some of the big guys you stated, Larry Lowe, Bobby Cooper is another big guy. I think Isaiah Shelton and an offensive line has to have a good game today in order for Shepherd to win this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely do. And again, we're seeing a pretty good defense coming in, and I think it's going to be important for them to do that. Art Wilkins, the head coach for the Yellow Jackets, I'll tell you what, he's the all-time winningest coach in program history with 112 victories and 73 losses. And I'll tell you what, he has his team ready to play today.
Cooper, incomplete pass to Wheezy on that play. I'm just going to call him Wheezy because that's what they told me to say. They say Lil Wheezy, and he's not a little guy, not like Lil Wheezy, but brings up 3rd down and 5. But that's what they told me. They said his name is Wheezy.
Wheezy, I like it.
3rd down and 5 for the Rams.
You know, we're always a fan of nicknames when we can find them.
Anytime you can get a nickname, it's better. Anytime. 3rd down and 5. Cooper in the shotgun formation. And I think this is a big down for Shepherd because it's going to carry over to last week where they weren't able to get their first downs. First down, though, they were able to get maybe just enough.
I don't know if he got it.
You're probably right there, Jerome. I think he is short. Cooper to McKenzie, and I think if he would have just dove forward, he would have had the first down.
Right, and I think that was the case. He came back to make a move, which you don't cite him on. I think at that point he's trying to make a play and just good, solid tackling. And what I'm seeing already is AIC, the Yellow Jackets tackle very well. You're not seeing a lot of broken tackles from this defense. These guys rush to the ball. They flow to the ball very well. They wrap up, and the ball carrier goes down. And that's important for a defense on the road, and keep an eye on that throughout the game.
And I think Shepherd is a little concerned as to what they're going to do here. So they are looking and trying to make up their mind. And I think Coach Cater, I think he did want to go for it. And then he thought better of it, and he said, let's get the punt team out on the field. And that caused a little unrest here on this sideline for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Coach Cater, he has no problems trying to trust his players to do what they need to do. So I wouldn't have been surprised if he went through it. It's a gutsy call, but we would see what happened.
Great punt, and it's down. He misses his Brownridge muffs the punt. The ball is going to be down at the 8-yard line. You cannot advance the muffed punt, so it's going to be down at the 8. Big turnover for the Rams.
Big turnover. That the biggest mistake of the game. The Yellow Jackets, they're running on all cylinders up until this point, and just a bobble on the punt. Punt return, just securing the punt, especially in the red zone, can be dangerous. And now Shepherd finally has life, and let's see what they do with it. Typically, they do very well off turnovers, but we'll see what they do today.
Let's give an assist on that, though, to Troy McNeil, the punter for Shepherd, as he got that way up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And what looked like maybe an easy catch. Sometimes it's not a tough catch.
Oh, they're not easy at all. I mean, punts that are that high, they are difficult to catch. They sway, and they do all kinds of things in the air. It makes it difficult to see.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Kenny Williams dips and ducks, gets about a yard or 2 on that call, and he just ducks right in. Actually, on that play, it was number 39 was running that, and that was Mike Haynes.
And just watch the defense swarm, the Yellow Jacket defense swarm. You don't see a lot of bodies going backwards. You see a lot of guys standing up their players that are blocking them. They're controlling their gaps, and they're making the play. They're making the tackle, and that's what a good defense does.
Darius Evans was one of the linebackers. Again, I can't talk much more about the linebackers, but these linebackers are playing and hitting pretty well. 2nd down and goal. Kenny Williams this time gets the call. He's rumbling and dumbling, and he's down to the 1-yard line.
And that's the one thing about Kenny Williams. He's 5'11", 226 pounds, close to 230 pounds. And when he gets ahead of steam going forward, he's very, very difficult to bring down.
You see Kenny here, he just bang, bang, hits a few different guys. You can't get to him. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Yellow Jackets are trying to get their goal line team on the field. 3rd and 1 from the 1 for Shepherd. You got to think number 33 is getting the call here. He does, and he powers all the way in the end zone. Score for the Rams.
And then you think about it, if you're the Yellow Jackets, you're thinking as you gave that one up. If you're Shepherd, you got an opportunity and you capitalized on the opportunity, and now you're back in the game. You're never really out of the game with a 7-0. You're down 7-0. But I'll tell you what, up to this point, the Yellow Jackets were pretty much controlling every aspect of the game.
What I like about that is Kenny Williams, it's his 3rd touchdown of the year. He goes in from 1 yard out, and it's almost impossible to stop there. Shepherd ties it up. It's 7-7.
It's our weekend. Should we spend it wandering in some home improvement warehouse? No. I say we go to Ace. Yeah. Get help when we walk in the door. Yeah. Because we will maintain our homes, but we will also maintain our weekend.
Find your helpful hardware man at Dawson's Ace Hardware, 99 Park Circle, Route 522 South, Berkeley Springs, West Virginia.
Your in-store wingman helps get your weekend back at Ace.
Mother Nature can be a tad unpredictable. That kind of disposition doesn't sit well with a train. Its forecast is as rock solid as solid rock. Nothing but perfect temps house-wide.
McCray Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving your community for 75 years, and we're celebrating with amazing rebates and a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's peace of mind. These deals are available for a limited time only, so call today. Comfort you can believe in, no matter the season. That's the McCray way.
It's hard to stop a train.
Big turnover there for the Yellow Jackets. Brownridge muffs the punt, gives Shepherd a short field. Kenny Williams cashes in his third of the year. And here's another kickoff, and it's going back to Brownridge. Hopefully he forgets that last one. He does. Catches it at the 5-yard line, goes up the right sideline, breaks a couple tackles, but he's down to the, it looks like he's going to be on the 27. So that's where the Yellow Jackets will start, at the 27. Big tackle on special teams by Dominic Tolson.
Yeah, and I know one of the keys we talked about was this AIC coming in and playing fast and physical. And right now, that's what we're seeing. They're playing fast and physical, and they're not going to be an easy team to just run out of here, like we said could happen. But I tell you what, I'm just impressed with what they're doing and how they've come on the road on their first game. They are amped up. You're not seeing the pregame or the early year first game jitters right now. They've come ready to play, and they seem like they have no problems coming in and trying to go for an upset here.
Arduino under center, and Williams behind him, number 30 in the Erdell in motion. Play action. Erdell couldn't get all the way onto Jones. Big catch by Esterling. Esterling breaks a tackle and is run out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And another flag is on the field, and they may chalk on a face mask at the end of that run. Big catch. Esterling again with a huge catch.
Yeah, you just see play action again. Howard Jones gets sucked in, doesn't keep contained. And when you don't keep a quarterback contained, Arduino is able to get outside, deliver a beautiful ball, and then let his receiver do the work.
First and 5, rescue the glass, number 2, Shepherd, 15 yards from the end of the line.
So now we got a 15 yards tacked onto that play. I mean, you're talking about you get scored on, you come right back. And now one of the things that I'm starting to see is there is some concern with that Shepherd defensive secondary. And you saw a missed tackle, but again, a big play in the secondary, and that's a carryover from last week's game. There were some big plays that were allowed in that secondary.
The secondary really is not responding well to last week. First and 10 from the 25 for the Yellow Jackets. The flag was on Corey Washington. We call him the Torpedo, but he got a flag on that play. Williams drop steps one, but he runs right into big number 99, Robert Haynes.
Yeah, Robert Haynes is almost unblockable up there. And let's highlight that defensive front for the Rams. I mean, I'll tell you what, they can really do some damage. Left end, Tim Durant. Right end, Howard Jones. We've talked about him. And then Robert Haynes in the middle at 6'2", 291. And then Big Mike Franklin. All underclassmen, 3 juniors and a sophomore. And I swear, it seems like they've been on this team for 5 years already. And yet they anchor this defensive line. And they're going to be counted on against an extremely talented AIAC team.
1 yard gain that time for Williams. He goes in motion. They've handed a good fullback dive to Enderl. He runs right into A.J. Parrish. And it doesn't look like if he got anything, he got maybe an inch.
And let's discuss this fullback, Anthony Enderl, senior, 6'2", 265 pounds, coming at you. And big number 30 coming right at you.
And he's one of the few seniors on this team. There's 6 total seniors that did return of the starters, 3 on offense, 3 on defense. And there you see one of the starters, the seniors, right there. We're looking at 3rd down and 8, so they did give him a yard. On the outside, on the left side of Andorino is big number 80, 6'5" wide receiver. So look for him to try to go there. He doesn't. He's looking the other way to Brownridge. Incomplete pass. Real good pressure up the middle by Mike Franklin on that play.
Yeah, Franklin puts a big hit on the quarterback, Arduino, and that's what you have to do. You have to try to get in the quarterback's face, but be careful because you can't get flagged with the new protections out there for ball carriers and QBs. You have to be careful, and at that point, the officials did not make a call on that play.
So what we're looking at here is, again, the all-conference, all-Northeast Conference punter and kicker, Daniel Bax back there to try a field goal. And this is going to be a big one. This is going to be almost about 40 yards here, this field goal attempt. Snap is back, kick is up, and it's no good. Kick is no good. It goes wide right, no good, and that's a good stand there for the Shepherd Ram defense.
Yeah, they definitely needed that stand. I mean, after the big play, that means they didn't give up any points in the back end, and they were able to get stout when they needed to. And now you have getting the ball back with 4:58 left in the first quarter, 7-7 tie.
You saw on that replay Howard Jones just elevate, really elevate. And he's going to get one. If that ball's kicked low, he will block it. 1st and 10 from the 30 now for the Rams, who seem to have caught a little bit of that momentum bug. Cooper under center. And there, quick pass out to number 81 on that play, and that is Billy Brown with the catch. And Billy gains a good 8 yards on that play. We're probably going to be looking at 2nd down and a good maybe 2 or 3 on that.
And I like those quick hitting pass plays where you just get it out to your receiver, get out to your playmaker, let him do his job. They did that very effectively in the first half of their game last week, and I thought they didn't come back, and Shepherd didn't come back enough to that in the second half. But I tell you what, it's very effective when you have playmakers of this caliber on your team.
2nd down and a long one. Quick pass right out to Michael Haynes there, or excuse me, Kenny Williams, excuse me, on that play, and that's a 1st down.
And that's what you're saying. Cooper proved he can pass very well. He can orchestrate on offense. He can make big plays, and you just see him. He rolls out, gets a little bit of pressure, rolls out, and finds his outlet receiver, which is the running back, Kenny Williams, on that play.
Jaquan Simpkins on the tackle there. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 43 for the Rams. Back now in the backfield is Jihad Rashid for the Rams. Kenny Williams gets a break. Going right up the middle to Rashid, who gets hit immediately, and he goes down, and no gain on that play. He may have even lost a yard. Good motion there, and then you see the run and beautiful defense.
Yeah, it's good penetration.
Defensive line.
Right, that's just good penetration. And what you see is you see a stout defensive front, and you have 3 outstanding linebackers. They flow very well to the ball. This is not, we're seeing that this is definitely not an easy defense to run the ball on.
I actually gave the 1st down on the previous play, so 2nd and 10. Cooper rolls out, gets out of the way of everyone there, and is able to make something out of nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what helped that was receiver Billy Brown coming back and making a really good block, which gave Cooper a little bit of running room. He's not as fleet of foot as some of the quarterbacks out there, but he's able to get positive, at least some yards on a positive nature.
And you are right about Billy Brown. Let's take a look at this replay. Billy Brown actually takes out 3 people on the block, as you'll see him fall. 2 people, excuse me, on the block, and that was a great block. But it's now 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, because Cooper bowed back when he came forward and stepped out of bounds, he actually lost 2 yards on the play.
3rd and 12. Cooper in motion. Cooper has it, and that's a really, really late call.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, Justin Ford comes in motion. He knows that he's offside. The officials didn't really know it. But I'll tell you what, the defense, the Yellow Jacket defense sold the officials on it. And, you know, you see Ford gives up, and here, really, he could have probably got away with that one.
Number 16, 5 yards, previous spot, replay 3rd down.
False start on Ford there. Replay 3rd down. It's going to be now 3rd and 17, and you're right. I think the defense actually sold the refs on that one because Ford was ready to keep going. 3rd and 17, excuse me, 3rd and 17 for the Rams. Cooper drops back. Good protection. Up in the air. Oh! Off the hands of McKenzie, then off the hands of Shaquille Leggett in the secondary. And he is killing himself on that one because he had the interception.
Yeah. Well, McKenzie had this ball. I mean, you have to bring this in. I mean, you have to bring that in. I know it was in a lot of traffic, but you have to bring that ball in. That would have gave you at least an opportunity for a 1st down.
2:24 left here in the 1st quarter. Punt return on And there's a fair catch by Markel Rice. He fair catches it at the 33-yard line, and that's where the Yellow Jackets will start. I'm pretty impressed with the Yellow Jackets' defense in this game. As they really have been, that defensive line has really been playing well.
Right. Well, you talked about in the pregame, they made a long trip from up north. But I tell you what, you look at the Northeast 10, they really believe, the Yellow Jackets really believe they have an opportunity this year to win that conference. So their season starts now. They want to win the conference, and they want to start with this tune-up against a high-powered Shepherd team. And, I think you see that conference-to-conference games are always intriguing because you never know the strength of conferences until they play each other.
Roll out by Arduino, and he hits Brownridge right there for a gain of about 9 yards. He's going to be just short of the first down.
Just rolling out. You see the pocket being rolled out. They've done some really special things to get Arduino in the open to throw and have good throwing lanes from extremely good play action. He's a great play action quarterback. You already see it. He puts that ball in. You see it going into the quarterback's or the running back's gut. He pulls it out. He throws a good ball. Then they roll the pocket to the right. They roll the pocket to the left, doing a lot of creative things to play to his skill set.
And they're going to give him that first down on that play. There's a flag on this play. Beautiful play by number 3, Dominic Dixon, coming up from his linebacker spot to tackle Esterling for a loss. And there is a flag on the play. So not only is there's a loss of about 5 yards on that, but then we also have a flag. And we'll see what the ref gives us here on the play, on the flag. He's discussing with his fellow refs. Good tackle from the linebacker spot there for Dominic Dixon.
Illegal formation. Against American, 5 in the backfield. Penalty is declined.
So they'll take the play illegal formation. So they'll just take the play. And like you said, Dominic Dixon, the one thing about him, and you see it on replay, is speed. He's a very, very quick linebacker. Actually on the smallish side. He's not very big. At 6 foot, about 210 pounds. Probably could play safety, but he's a hard linebacker to get outside on. He just makes a good play for the Rams.
Another stoppage of play here. Another stoppage of play there, but we're going to get right back to it. So 2nd down and 15. And one thing I noticed that Shepherd has done is they flipped Howard Jones now on the other side of the field. As he was on the right side, he's now on the left side of the defensive line. And now he's causing havoc over there. Screen to the side where he was, and Williams brings it up and fumble. Ball's loose. Ball's loose. We'll see who gets on it, but the ball is loose after a great pitch and catch there from Arduino to Williams, and they're walking off the field, so it looks like the defense may have this.
I'll tell you what, this is just preparing for this offense. They do so many things. You have to play everything, honestly, on the play. You have to, and it seems like they're going to keep the ball. But these Yellow Jackets, this offense is just throws so many things at you. Just a well-designed screen pass. You saw Shepherd bring some pressure, and that's probably the best medicine against the screen. Offensive coordinator Mike Wood, right now, I believe is calling a masterful game against the Shepherd team.
Another flag on the play. Handoff that time to number 4, Bryant Fitzgerald, who was injured last year, but is coming back, and they expect big things out of him. So we'll see what the flag is. But let's give a big applause there for George Groats there, who came down, was all the way down the field from his offensive line spot and recovered the fumble to keep the possession for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a very, like I talked about earlier, a very athletic offensive line we're starting to see. Pretty good size, but very athletic. And again, anytime you see a center that can move like Gross is, number 79, that's always a plus. And you can tell he's one of the leaders of that front 5.
Neutral zone infraction on that play brings up 1st and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. And the weather here in West Virginia is starting to turn. The clouds are getting dark. What a call. Beautiful call. Another pitch and catch. Arduino to Gary Farley, the 6'4", 250-pound tight end.
And once again, another gash in the secondary. This time the tight end is wide open, so it looks like a blown coverage, blown assignment on the play. And right now, the ability, Arduino, I'm impressed with him. He's definitely a good player. Shepard definitely has to tighten that up. And what they're doing a lot of things to negate the pressure that Shepard's able to give. You talk about Jones flipping sides, which is not untypical. Jones will be all over the field. You want to put him in different places, but it does seem as though the Yellow Jackets are going away from him. They're not running right at him. They're rolling away from him at times. They're rolling towards him at times. They're keeping things off balance for the Rams.
Less than a minute left in the first quarter. Yellow Jackets knocking on the door again. Williams goes nowhere, and guess who got him?
Yeah, I mean, just a brilliant play by Dominique Dixon again with that speed as one of the speed linebackers out of that trio. Comes up, makes a play. He's definitely a hard player to get around once he has his grasp on you.
And Dominic Dixon is playing the A.J. Parrish of this week. A.J. Parrish last week was all over the place. Now we have Dominic Dixon who is doing that. It looks like the Yellow Jackets may let the clock run out as we're down to 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And it will. The first quarter will expire with the Yellow Jackets knocking on the door. It is tied up 7-7. We'll be right back.
The Potomac Eagles Scenic Railroad in Romney, West Virginia, along the south branch of the Potomac River, enchants everyone.
This has made my day.
Luxury class and open window coach and open air cars to witness soaring eagles in their own backyard, the Trough. The Potomac Eagles Scenic Railroad has your excursion to adventure. See you at the station.
We're back here at Rams Stadium, and it's getting dark here. As you can see, look at at your picture there. You see the clouds coming in, and that's a great shot by our camera guys. But
oh yeah, that is.
That was beautiful. But what we're looking at here is the Yellow Jackets knocking on the door, and with the weather coming in as it is, it may be a factor coming in. If we do get lightning, we'll pause the game for a little bit.
But most of these fields, this is a turf field. It handles rain probably very well. Has a very good drainage system. That won't be the problem. Rain, slippage of the ball could definitely be a problem, but when it's lightning, you can't keep playing. They'll stop the game for that until the storm passes. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that as the game goes on.
I'm sure the refs and that they will make the call here, and we will get started here in the second quarter. Will get started. Second down and goal from the 11-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Blitz coming. It's Tolson on the blitz. He forces Arduino to the side. An incomplete pass and a beautiful, beautiful call on the defensive end. Dominic Tolson comes in and makes the Arduino throw that wayward.
Yeah, that Tolson is another outside linebacker. He's on the smaller side as well. Speed. Again, another speed linebacker. They have so many of them there. And I know he's played safety a little bit last year too. So he's very interchangeable for that Rams defense.
Now, this could be a big down for the Rams defense. It's 3rd and 11. If they can force a field goal try in this weather, it would be good for this defense. Nobody open. Arduino makes one guy miss, but then Shepard comes and piles up on him. Shepard comes and piles up on him. It's going to be 4th and goal.
But I'll tell you what, you saw the toughness of Arduino. He put his head down, and he was trying to do one thing and one thing only. That was getting the end zone.
Coach Wilkins did say that Arduino came to the Yellow Jackets as a runner, and now the rain is coming. The lightning is coming also. So you see the referee waving everybody off the field. We're going to go to a commercial. We'll be right back.
Unexpected opportunities.
Unexpected adrenaline.
Unexpected community.
Shepherd, unexpected.
Mother Nature can be a tad unpredictable. That kind of disposition doesn't sit well with a train. Its forecast is as rock solid as solid rock. Nothing but perfect temps house-wide.
McCray Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving your community for 75 years, and we're celebrating with amazing rebates and a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's peace of mind. These deals are available for a limited time only, so call today. Comfort you can believe in, no matter the season. That's the McCray way.
It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Rams Stadium. Here, let's reset. It's after a 45 to 60-minute weather delay. It's 7-7 with 14:24 left in the second quarter. And right now it's 4th and 6, and then you have Daniel Bax back there to kick the field goal, who got a really good break here because of the weather before the weather pattern, and it's blocked right away. So there goes the break right out the window. Right out the window was the break. The ball's blown dead, and Shepherd will take over. And let's watch the replay here. Just like that, the break goes out the window.
And then you see Shepherd's special teams. Again, field goal block is always something that's good. And it looks like it was maybe blocked early on. Jones got up there, but I don't know if it was Jones that got it. Here's another angle. May have been somebody from the interior. Yeah, it was someone from the interior, and I'm not sure what number, maybe number 99. Number 99 for Shepherd Rams, which is Robert Hayes, who's been having a really good game to start out. He's the big defensive tackle inside.
The 7-footer.
Yeah, he's 7-footer on that play, that's for sure.
7-footer. If you just joining us, I interviewed Robert Hayes last year during the snow game, I like to call it, and he was mammoth. He was like almost 7 foot to me. Yeah. He seemed like it. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Rams. The Rams offense takes over again after that long 45-minute weather delay. Pass on the play. Cooper can't find anybody open. He fakes out one linebacker, gets a good block by Weezy. He faked out number 43, Demetrius Steed, and he probably got right back to the 20-yard line on that
It's a
play.
little fleet of foot. He had a lot of time back there to pass, but that just shows the good coverage from the Yellow Jackets in the back seven. So Cooper didn't have anywhere to really go with the ball, so he just carried it himself, but got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Check that. It was Will Garcia who he just faked out of his shoes. So 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Cooper again underneath center with Williams in behind him. Back to pass once again, right over to the middle to the tight end. That time he finds number 89, John Frick, and that's 9 yards. Looks close to 10. Could be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and I think, you had the delay. It's 7-7. It's basically the teams have played each other even. You saw the initial surge from the Yellow Jackets to start the game off. They controlled both offense and defense, and then Shepherd kind of came back on a turnover and gained some momentum back. So now it's just you see these teams just really trading off, and I think we're done with the filling out process. They want to make some quick strikes.
3rd down and 1, and Williams cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard. Big-time defensive stop by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and again, against the run, it's just amazing to see that surge. Look at the front four, and look at how they each have gap assignments that they penetrate. Number 97, that Stephen Davis, 6'4", 230-pounder, comes in and gets that initial serve in the backfield, forces a 4th down.
Back to return the punt is Cal Brokenridge and also number 2, Markel Rice. Rice is going to fair catch this one. It looks like it's going to be at his 27-yard line.
And again, high punts. I mean, these punts are really, really high. And again, you have to be able to look at the trajectory. It's an art to actually be able to get under a punt and secure it. So, people say, hey, you can catch a punt, and you see muff punts in the NFL all the way down to high school level. It is difficult, especially when you have a punt that's so elevated in the air like that.
And again, Troy McNeil is the punter. That's the 2nd or 3rd different punt that he's done today that was way up in the air. One caused a fumble, which led to the Shepherd score.
Yeah, these 40, 50-yard punts, too. These aren't, these short punts either, so. That's a very effective weapon for special teams, again, that Shepherd has on every phase of their special teams.
1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Run right up the middle for number 21, Terrell Williams, and he is stuck by Nick Tolson.
Yeah, Dominique Tolson comes up, and again, good run defense for the Shepherd Rams with a minimal gain. See that defense, good penetration, forced the cut back.
And on the defensive line, we talked about this before the delay, but Howard Jones is moving around all over the defensive line. He's on one side, then he's on the next, so it's keeping the Yellow Jackets on their heels. Good pursuit to the ball on that play. The tackle was made there by Tim Durant, the other defensive end. It looks like it's going to be a gain of maybe 1 yard line.
Yeah, you see, it's interesting because Durant doesn't get as much publicity because of what Howard Jones does, but he wouldn't be on the field if he wasn't an effective player as well. He is a very good player, and you know, just because he's offset Howard Jones, you'll see a difference. And you'll see Howard flip-flop from side to side because he plays the weak side defensive end. I think they want him matched up on that tackle most of the time, and you see him matched up on the weak side a lot.
Third down, and a good pass just in and out of the hands of Cal Brownridge. That would have been enough for the first down, but it's going to be fourth down and 9 now, and Yellow Jackets will punt.
Yeah, DJ Scott on the coverage. Wasn't bad coverage, just a catchable ball. But Brownridge wasn't able to get under it, and again, Shepherd comes out, and they get a 3 and out. So you see a 3 and out on the other side. The Yellow Jackets, their defense take care of business. Shepherd comes out, their defense does the same thing. We're in a little stalemate with 11:07 left in the second quarter between these two teams coming out after the long break due to the weather.
Back to return the punt is going to be DJ Scott, one of the guys who we did highlight in the beginning of this game, and backs just gets it off, and it's going to take a Yellow Jackets bounce all the way down to the 20-yard line.
And again, this was almost blocked. I mean, that's the one thing about the Shepherd kick coverage and their block teams. They do get their hands on the ball many times. And again, you see Corey Washington coming from the side. They're going to try to get a block here today, definitely. I mean, we already saw the field goal block on the one side, and they're definitely going to try to get to every ball they can.
Corey Washington did block a punt last week against Shippensburg, so he does have a knack to get to the ball when the ball is in punt formation. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Rams. Again, you have a motion there with Bobby Cooper with the play fake. The defensive end played that very, very well, but caught good pitch and catch, better pitch and catch from Cooper to McKenzie.
That was a hard hit by Karen McClooney, who just came up and just made a really solid hit on the receiver at the end of that. Again, you have to be careful though with the rules nowadays, man. They can call anytime you see a go to the head type of thing. You see, oh wow, helmet to helmet. That could have easily been called by the officials.
I thought that was a beautiful pass by Rice.
It definitely was.
Right by Cooper, excuse me, right over the head of Rice. 1st and 10. Again, Williams turns it up the field. Williams with a good gain there. He's tackled by number 17, Karen McClooney, who comes up and makes the stop.
You saw Bernard Woolley, the fullback, had a really good seal block on this play. You'll see from the replay, Cooper under center, gives this ball to Williams. And you see the seal block by the fullback, who just seals that entire right side, which enabled Williams to get upfield to get a nice 5-yard gain on the play.
2nd and 5 for the Rams. Again, Woolley in motion. Run again to Williams. He dives ahead and gets about 2 or 3 yards. He's going to be 2 yards short. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2.
And again, Shepherd goes back to the bread and butter. This is a team, a program that Coach Cater has had extreme success running the football on many teams. That success, it's always good to have in your back pocket a solid running game.
3rd down and 2 for the Rams, and this is a big 3rd down. I think they've been running the ball this whole drive, and they go at it once again. It's Kenny Williams. He drags a defender with him, enough for the 1st down. Jordan Thompson on the tackle.
You give your chance, your offensive line, and this is a solid offensive line group with tight end John Frick, Isaiah Shelton, Sean Hall, Hakeem Ori, Damian Harrison, and Jordan Dixon, that offensive line is getting some push now. And offensive linemen love run blocking, because run blocking, you go out, you get your assignment, and you take that assignment as one-on-one, and you take that assignment and put him to the ground.
Rasheed gives Williams a break, comes up the middle and does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Rice is up there to make the tackle. Darius Evans also right there. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
You saw number 57, Patrick Hunter, with some good penetration as well. He was able to come in, didn't make the play, but forced it back inside, and that's exactly what you want to do for a defense, to force it inside to your big guys in the middle of that defense.
Justin Turvo on the defensive line for the Yellow Jackets is also having a pretty good game. I've seen him around the ball a lot today. 2nd down and 11 for the Rams. Weezy was in motion right there. Pass, a quick screen pass out to Rasheed. Does not get much on that. Well defended. Number 57, Patrick Hunter, was right there. And they really communicated well on this one.
Yeah, they definitely did. Just good pursuit. Number 43, Demetrius Steed, forced it inside. Combo linebacker, and also plays a little bit of fullback. He forced it inside again. I'm very impressed with this defense. They move very well, and it's almost you're seeing mirror images of each other. Very similar defense, aggressive style defense that Shepherd runs. It's like watching Shepherd, and then when Shepherd has, or when AIC has the ball, it's like watching AIC. It's like they're very similar defenses with very good playmakers on both sides, solid tacklers.
Again, Turvo was in there to force the incomplete pass. It's going to be 4th down and 10 from the 50-yard line. And these guys they're a young team, young and loaded, like we said. You said Demetrius Steed, he's a freshman playing here. Yeah. And these guys are young, they're young guns, and they're playing very well today.
Well, they're young guns, but they're experienced. I mean, last year it was a very young team, and that was their team that they felt was, hey, this is a young team. We're a rebuilding team. That was their rebuilding year. These guys are young, but they're experienced and they're hungry, and you're seeing that today.
Rice takes the fair catch there on his own, looks like 7 or 8 yard line. And one thing I noticed as you watched the band play, one thing I did notice on that was Brownridge was not returning back there. I think they may have taken him out because of the couple drops that he has had today during this game.
Well, that muff was costly. I mean, that pretty much changed the momentum and gave Shepherd the opportunity to score. So you want a short-handed player back there to get that ball, because first, before you can return it, you have to secure the ball, and I think that's important. But now the Yellow Jackets are pinned back because of that fair catch. The rule is typically when it goes beyond the 20, you let it go, because there's a high chance that the momentum will carry the ball in the end zone. But sometimes you get returners that aren't necessarily thinking about it.
Stoppage of play, timeout for the Yellow Jackets, and we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be right back.
Don't throw your money away. Come to Mayhew Chevrolet, Sunrise Summit in Romney, or on the web at mayhewcars.com.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Mayhew. At Mayhew Chevrolet, we are a family business where we remember you by your name and not a number. Come to Mayhew Chevrolet. We will take care of you.
Back at Rams Stadium after that timeout for the Yellow Jackets, it's now going to be 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. And like you said before the break, Jerome, they're kind of pinned back where they really don't have much room behind them. So would you expect a run here? Or they've been passing the ball well, but would you expect them to run here?
Not necessarily. I'll tell you what, the one thing I'm impressed with was not just the playmaking of the quarterback, but also the offensive line have held up pretty well. You haven't seen tons of pressure get home for Shepherd. I mean, they've knocked him down a little bit, but he's gotten good pressure.
Arderino comes and makes a great pass to number 85, Maurice Esterling, who's been all over the field today. Esterling does have a touchdown catch today, but a gain on that play of it looks like about 3 to 4 yards.
Yeah, Alderino is we're seeing an extremely good athlete. I mean, he takes the hits, very accurate. Again, the offensive play calling by Michael Wood, he's really playing, I think, calling a brilliant game against this Shepherd team. Just trying to keep him off balance. Like I said, you haven't seen tons of pressure on the quarterback.
2nd and 5. The snap was not a good snap at all. Corey Washington comes up from his secondary spot, forces him inside. Nick Tolson on the tackle. Arduino gains maybe 1 yard on that. If that, he might have lost yards.
Yeah, and that's the speed. You know, one thing about Shepherd, they do laterally they go well. You see a high snap, which probably had opportunity to throw off the whole timing of the play. And there you go. A short game, possibly a loss. 3rd and about 3.
3rd down and 3. Yellow Jackets to throw right over. And that is a guy who I think they're going to feature a lot here. Number 80, Stephen Benjamin. He's a 6'5", 234-pound senior. And he just gets like almost pitch and catch right there.
Yeah, that's almost pitch and catch. He's definitely a huge target outside to get the ball to. And, I mean, he's, you know, you see him sitting there, and he's going against number 5, Keon Robinson, who's not a small corner. Is 6 foot and 199, 200 pounds. So he's not a small corner, but when you're going against a 6'5", 6'6" receiver, you're small.
I'm surprised Benjamin's not in the game more there. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 27. Here comes the blitz. A.J. Parrish right in there. What a blitz and great defense there. A.J. Parrish, I saw that from the beginning. Came right up the middle for the sack.
Yeah, he came, and actually he was coming from the outside a little bit and just unblocked. He was unblocked, unchecked, just came right up. You see him inch up. He inches up right off of that 4 gap and comes right in and gets the quarterback unblocked. Good sack.
Did not take the fake there. The fakes have been really good by Arduino all day, and he didn't take it that time. 2nd down and 17, loss of 7 on the sack right there for number 32, A.J. Parrish. 2nd down, 17. Again, another play fake right behind him, and there the ball is loose. Ball's loose. Picked up by number 94, Jonathan Pearman. But what a play. Coming up to make the play was Dominic Dixon.
And that was a beautiful strip sack. Again, you see them not going for the fakes as much. Dixon with the speed comes off the edge, gets to the quarterback, Arduino, before he can get that ball pushing forward, causes the turnover, and once again, 2nd turnover that Shepherd causes in the red zone and gives them an opportunity to possibly go up.
And another costly turnover for the Yellow Jackets deep in their own end zone. Last time the Rams turned this in to a touchdown, an extra point to tie the game. So here we are, 5:11 left, 2nd quarter. And it looks like we're going to have a flag on the play. And it's going to be on the Rams with 12 players. In the huddle, it looks like. So they're going to lose 5 yards there. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 12-yard line.
And once you get into the red zone, sometimes it can be harder to score because you don't have as much real estate in the secondary. So, you know, defensive players can play a little bit more aggressive in the secondary, and it makes it a little harder. It shuts the field down. That's why scoring in the red zone is not a given for teams. But your bread and butter, you have running game that can help.
Speaking of the running game, right there.
Right on cue.
Nostradamus.
Boom.
Kenny Williams for his 4th touchdown of the year. 2nd of the day today, a 12-yard scamper. Rams go up 13-7.
And what I was saying, when you have a running game in the red zone, it gives you the opportunity to do either or. When teams can't run the ball and they're more inclined to throw, defenses can really press hard. So you just see an inside draw for Williams. He gets up, goes straight upfield, and once he gets ahead of steam, he's very hard to bring down.
Very good offensive line play on that also. Good blocking was enough to get Williams right up through, and the extra point is up and good. The Rams go up 14-7. We'll see if the Yellow Jackets can respond when we get back.
So you're looking to buy a new car, and you start to ask yourself the important questions. Who, what, where, why? You might be thinking, aren't all dealers the same? And that's where you'd be interested in knowing that Apple Valley Chevy Toyota has been your reputable hometown dealer for over 50 years. With great service, great selection, and great value, giving you the best car buying experience has always been our commitment to you. Plus, our certified automotive technicians get your vehicle serviced right the first time, every time. For all those reasons and more, see why Apple Valley Chevy Toyota is different from the rest.
Back here at Rams Stadium, the Rams just took the lead on a 12-yard scamper up the middle for Kenny Williams. Again, like I said before the break, his 4th of the year. Back to return the kick is Esterling and Rice, and that was going to go through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, now if you're AIC, you don't panic. The Yellow Jackets have no reason to panic right now. It's 5:13 still left in the first quarter. Their offense has been able to move the ball on this Rams defense for the most part, most of the game. So there's no need to really panic in this case. But you definitely want to come away with some points and even this up. You don't want to go in halftime down at all. But if you have an opportunity to put points on the board, you definitely you're going to take it right here.
We have 5:13 left in the first half, and the score once again is Shepherd 14. American International 7. My name is Isaac Dyer for Invictus Sports. I'm here with Nostradamus, Jerome Presley, who just called that touchdown. Fake there, play fake, and he does not get away from Robert Hayes. Sack for the Rams once again, and now it seems as though the Rams defense has been ramped up. There is a penalty, though, on the play. But it seems like the Rams defense has ramped up a little bit here in the second half, or second quarter.
They're getting pressure on Alderino now, and it's coming from all different angles, too.
We'll see what the flag is, though. There was a flag on the play, and the refs are converging, and there's a conference right there. And we'll see. We'll get the call right now.
Number 56, Shepherd lined up in the neutral zone. At the snap, 5 yards to the previous spot. Replay first down.
That's going to be on defensive lineman Xavier Tyler. And that negates that big sack by Hayes. And now it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. Good break for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that was definitely a good break. I mean, because, good play that gets negated. If you're Coach Cater, you have to, be very frustrated about that. Or, no, very happy about that. But if you're on the other side, you have to be frustrated.
Gary Farley on the catch is enough for the first down. And again, they're doing a great job with the play faking. They're play faking all day here, and they're just getting it right to the receivers that they need to.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and this is the offense. I mean, I'll tell you, I'm actually surprised to see how often AIC is throwing the ball.
1st and 10, a double play fake there. Ball's loose, and that's the 2nd time today that Terrell Williams has put it on the ground. But it looks like it's going to be, looks like it's going to be close to a first down for the Yellow Jackets. Coming up with the ball at the bottom of that pile was Gary Farley, the tight end.
Yeah, and Williams, you definitely, you don't want to leave any hesitation for the refs to call this. You have to secure the football, and it did look like it was coming out before he was officially down. So ball security is very, very important for number 21, Terrell Williams.
Xavier Tyler was there, who stripped it, and now 2nd down and 2. They go right back to Williams, who makes a couple good moves, gets enough for the first down. He's up to the 40-yard line. Coming up to make the sack or make the tackle was DeAndre Johnson for the Rams.
Yeah, and what you see on the replay, Williams comes across the formation, gets the handoff, good blocking. Jones isn't able to secure him and bring him down. And you saw Shepherd in a run blitz on that play. The problem is if you don't get to the run blitz, you can give up some big yardage on the back end, and that's what you saw.
1st down and 10 from the 39-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Another fake. Arduino fakes a defensive lineman out of his shoes, comes up, gets hit pretty good, but still falls forward enough for about a 6-yard gain. Johnson there again on the tackle.
And that was actually A.J. Parrish that got faked out. He's blitzing. As you can see, they're blitzing him almost every play. They want to get him. He is a very good blitzer, always was, and they want to get him in the defensive backfield. In that case, Alderino just sidestepped him, got upfield, impressed with the athleticism of the quarterback. And he does not slide. He'll come up and deliver the blow himself.
He came to the Yellow Jackets as a freshman. He was going to be a running quarterback, but they've developed him into a passer. Ball out again, and this one gets a lucky break for the Yellow Jackets as it goes out of bounds. They'll lose 10 yards on that, but still they'll retain possession.
And that was Xavier Tyler coming up from the defensive line position, comes up, makes the just good play in the teeth of the offensive backfield, and that was almost a turnover.
And that's Xavier Tyler's second forced fumble on this drive. So he's playing very well. We're looking at 3rd down and 16, loss of 11 on that play, but the ball did roll out of bounds. Good luck there for the Yellow Jackets. It looks like we're going to have a timeout again for the Yellow Jackets. I think Coach Art Wilkins wants to speak with them. We'll be right back.
In these days of identity theft and fraud, along with tougher enforcement of HIPAA and FACTA, it's more important than ever to protect your client's personal information. Outsourcing your document and media destruction allows your employees to be more productive in their core responsibilities, saving on labor and ensuring stricter compliance with privacy laws. RMS can handle all your shredding needs. RMS not only provides on-site document shredding, but can also handle the destruction of hard drives and other electronic media on-site with no chance of recovery of any data from those disks. In addition, 100% of shredding paper and electronics is recycled. Call us today. See what RMS can do for you.
Back here at Rams Stadium, a timeout there for the Yellow Jackets, and we talk about the defensive line for Shepherd, and one of the guys that's making a big impact on this specific drive is a backup. His name's Xavier Tyler, 2 forced fumbles on this drive.
Well, again, if you're a backup for the Rams on the depth chart, you're a special player as well. It's just sometimes it's not your time. I mean, again, they do very well recruiting. They always did. So they're able to get backups in the game because of the fact that they do so well in league play. Sometimes they have some blowouts, and backups actually get a lot of run in the game throughout the season. In this case, I think these guys are getting an opportunity to play against a quality program.
A.J. Parrish blitz again, picked off by Corey Washington. He needs to beat one guy. He doesn't. Arterino makes the tackle there, but interception by Corey Washington.
Yeah, that was a beautiful interception. He just read the quarterback the whole way, makes the play. Arterino shows his toughness to come up and make a tackle. I mean, he's an athlete. He's not going to just sit back and just let anybody run over him. He comes up and makes the tackle and possibly saved the touchdown, a pick 6.
Another turnover for the Yellow Jackets, and turnovers are really killing them. They're only down 7 points, but if you look at the turnovers here, they should be down more than 7.
Well, I'll tell you what, they probably would be up, if it wasn't for the turnovers, because that has helped Shepherd score both times. Both touchdowns were calls from turnovers, so you got to stop them here.
There's play action to Williams, going deep to Larry Lowe, and he gets pushed in the back, but no call at all, and maybe because that was possibly uncatchable.
Well, I think A was uncatchable. They kind of both were looking for the ball, and they kind of got tangled up. And, most of the time I would say I'm okay with that being a non-call at that point. I mean, those things happen. It wasn't just a blatant. I think both were looking for the ball. Initially, though, the receiver was open earlier, and I think he was turned a certain way, and it caused Cooper to not throw it right away. So I think the play itself, that's something I would circle in the playbook and say, you know what, I'm going to come back to that.
2nd down and 10 for Cooper and the Rams. He goes this way, another pass, this time low again, back shoulder, doesn't get to him, and they get the flag this time, and it's going Karen McCloney. Looks like that's going to be on him, but we'll see from the refs.
Yeah, it looked like it's definitely going to be they called it on this play. I think Shepherd was very frustrated on the last play. They were able to get the call this time. A lot of contact. After 5 yards, you have to get rid of that contact. You can't really touch the receiver when the ball is in the air, and plus the defender was not looking for the ball.
Let's see what we get here from the referee.
Defensive pass interference against America, number 17, 15 yards from the previous spot.
And the pass interference on the Yellow Jackets here on this play.
Yeah, and we may not get a good look at it, but, you see there's some contact. Yeah, there's definitely that's face guarding. You can't do that. I think that's the problem there on the play. Face guarding. The receiver really didn't have a chance to get to the ball. The defender was just face guarding and had some contact. beyond the 5 yards.
The sun is out here in what a catch.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Beautiful pass and catch. Unbelievable pass right there. And let's look at this replay. This was just great to Justin Ford. Cooper drops back, and you can see he puts it in the middle of 3 guys.
Wow, threading the needle right there. Justin Ford comes down with the big catch. Perfect pass by Cooper. And he's showing that accuracy that he has.
And Justin Ford showed that he could keep the ball as Rice was coming right down on him and made a good hit. And Mike Haynes is in this time, not Williams. So Mike Haynes gets the ball, gets it here. The carry probably here, you would think.
Yeah, Mike Haynes is a very good back as well.
Haynes, good tackle though, stops him short of the first down or the touchdown. Number 53 was on that stop, Jaquan Simpkins.
Yeah, Simpkins, we highlighted him in the pregame. He's the stud in the middle of that defense, and he comes up and makes a good play on Haynes.
Just short of the touchdown there. Once again, second down and goal, and you see the ball is right inside the 1 yard line. So second in inches. This time Hayes goes right up the middle, gets the score, and the Rams take a 2-touchdown lead.
And again, another turnover, another score. So that's 3 turnovers for the Yellow Jackets, and 3 times they gave up points that led to them now being down.
And what you see here is you cannot turn the ball over, especially here at sun-drenched Ram Stadium.
Yeah, we see the sun coming out after all that rain that we got that caused the delay. Well, the thunderstorm caused the delay, but the rain itself seems to have subsided. Get a touchdown in the sun.
Extra point up and good, 21-7 Rams. We'll be right back.
In Antwerp, Belgium, every diamond is unique, each with its own story. Bechtel Jewelers offers you the rare opportunity to be part of that story by traveling halfway across the world to choose your diamond directly from Antwerp's famed diamond cutters. Come in now before we head overseas, and you can secure your own hand-picked diamond from the city that has made diamonds sparkle for centuries. Experience the romance of an Antwerp diamond only at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
Dealerships that lead the market bring their new car trades to Mason-Dixon Auto Auction in Greencastle, Pennsylvania. When these top dealers are overstocked with new car trades, they sacrifice them at Mason-Dixon Public Auto Auction, where you can come, bid, and buy at tremendous savings every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. The 2006 Hummer selling for over $6,300 below book value, or the sleek 2005 Pontiac Sunfire sold at a savings of $4,380. Mason-Dixon Auto Auction, exit 3 off I-81 in Greencastle, Pennsylvania.
There you see the crowd here at Shepherd University that was wet and now getting dried off by the sun. But one of the main word of the day here in the Yellow Jackets halftime is going to have to be turnovers, as 3 turnovers turn into 21 points for the Rams. Rice this time does return it. Brings it up, he's short of the 20, and he's tackled by number 43, Vince Thrall. Outside linebacker.
Yeah, turnovers can kill you, and it really puts you in bad situations and negates any momentum you have. And, you know, we're talking about just a couple of minutes ago, and they were in the game, and now they're down 2 touchdowns. So you got to secure the ball at every phase of the game, and if you don't, you find yourself in bad situations and turnovers.
The Yellow Jackets will start at their own 19-yard line. There's a minute 17 left in the half, and they only have 1 timeout left. So let's see how they approach this last minute 17. Arterino in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and he just flares it right out to number 21, Terrell Williams.
And again, that stops the clock, too.
Does stop the clock. Doesn't gain much there on that flare pass. So it's going to be second and long for the Yellow Jackets. 1:12 left in the half.
Well, I'll tell you again, I'm impressed with offensive coordinator Ernie McCook. He's really started to change up some things in the offense. He's getting that offense going. And they stabilized it first with the running game. Shepherd stabilized with the running game. Got some good turnover breaks. But you go back to the running game, and again, it's kind of calms everything down, takes control of the game a little bit, and now they're up 21-7.
Arterino misses number 13, Matt Brown, on that play. So it's going to be 3rd down and long, but that looks like there was a penalty on the play. So let's go back to our referee and see what we're looking at here. 3rd down and 7 right now, but now we have a penalty on this call.
Eligible downfield, White 87. White 87. 5-yard previous spot, replay 2nd down.
So that's going to make it 2nd down and 13. Penalty was on Gary Farley, the tight end, the big tight end for the Yellow Jackets. 3rd down and 13, or excuse me, 2nd down and 13. Draw play to Williams. Makes one guy miss. Corey Robinson comes up, and Keon Robinson, excuse me, comes up to make the play.
We get some of that back.
Does not get out of bounds, though. And there will be a timeout. Yellow Jackets will call a timeout. And we talked about turnovers. Turnovers are what's hurting the Yellow Jackets so far. And then what we're going to look through is all the scores that have happened basically because of the turnovers mostly. But here's the first play. Arterino goes deep to Esterling.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful, beautiful play. Good action. Sucking in Howard Jones, the defensive end, and then putting the ball right behind the defensive secondary.
Then it became the Kenny Williams show as he goes in from a yard there. Then 12 yards here.
Yeah, we know Kenny, he's a load to bring down. We've talked about that, 2 games now. He's just so hard to bring down.
And then because Kenny Williams was resting, Haynes comes in and gets another one.
And Haynes, he's another back that's very good. We saw him a lot last year get some run, and he did very well when he had his opportunities last year in this Rams offense. Again, they're always able to keep 3 deep at the running back position, and sometimes they'll interchange them. This is the first year in a couple of years that I've seen them stick with one guy a little bit more, though. I think Williams seems to get majority of the carries.
And there, Brownridge is open, and good defense by Robinson there to break that up, but Brownridge still had a chance to get that.
Yeah, he almost had it. It looks like he's hurt, a little shaken up on the play, but he did have an opportunity to get this ball. Good defense on the play, though.
Ball goes up, and there's Robinson coming up to make it, but Brownridge almost had it, and he may have hurt his shin on that play. He's holding his shin right now down there as he's just injured. Probably came down a little bit. Probably came down wrong on that leg.
Yeah, hopefully it's not a knee or an ankle injury, but yeah, he did come down. It was very awkward. Still almost made the catch, but hopefully he's okay.
And there you see the training staff looking at him right now. A beautiful shot of the field here at Shepherd University, where they do pack this stadium routinely because of how good this team is. Year in and year out.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good stadium, and as we can see, it looks like the receiver's going to be okay. Brownridge seems like he's walking off okay, just a little bit shaken up. But this is a good stadium, a stadium that definitely handles the rain very well. You don't see much problems at all with puddles or anything. Good drainage system, pretty good field. So, handles rain okay.
Dangerous situation, though, here. 51.5 seconds left, kicking off to a guy that we highlighted a lot was DJ Scott, and also you know that the Rams are going to come for this,
and they'll get it.
And they'll
almost
gets it. They do actually get a touch on it.
Yep.
Robinson picks it up, and sometimes you don't really like him to do that, but that was kind of dangerous. He does pick it up, return it 20 more yards. And it goes down to about the 20-yard line for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, if you're Shepherd on this play, now you have to look at the possibility of scoring now. I think that was something that you may not have thought of in the beginning, that you would have an opportunity with 39 seconds left on the clock to actually possibly get in the end zone. And now you can put some points on board.
Corey Washington, again, was up there and did get a chance and get that block. So Corey Washington comes up and gets it. 39 seconds left here in the first half. The Rams take over at the Yellow Jackets 23. Cooper back to throw. He'll just dump it down to Kenny Williams. A gain of about 2 yards on that play.
It looks like a little bit of testiness on the play.
And
now there's a
the flag.
There's a flag. I knew it was coming soon.
There's the flag, and you're right. There was testiness on that play. Number 68, Damian Hairston, was involved there, and more was the line there that was part of that testiness.
Well, yeah, you know, when you have some physicality going on, after the play, and then you see a guy actually get hurt, that's definitely a difficult situation, and you don't want that. And you see, it looks like he was pulled off of someone on the play and by the face mask, which may have caused the penalty. And you just can't do that. You know, you want to have good sportsmanship regardless.
And that's the Yellow Jacket, one of the Yellow Jackets' star players, Darius Evans, one of those linebackers that we did speak about earlier in the pregame.
Yeah, we'll hear what the officials have to say.
Personal foul, 68 Blues. Dead ball. Personal foul, 17 White. Penalties offset.
So they called an offsetting penalties on both teams for that testiness that we talked about, so it'll just be a replay of the down. And I have to say I was surprised. I actually thought that AIC would get the call, but I guess they were saying that it was both ways. I mean, they see it better than I can from up here.
2nd down and 3 from the 16-yard line and 28.8 seconds left here in the first half. And I think that was it, like you said, I think that was a break for the Rams there.
Yeah, definitely a break for the Rams. And again, I mean, you're in scoring position right now, so you know you're up 21-7, and you have an opportunity to possibly put more points on the board as a result of the block punt and the good return from the semi-block punt.
Now we're ready to go after offsetting penalties. 2nd down and 3, a long 4 there for the Rams. The ball goes up, and they're trying to get it to number 81, touchdown. And they do. Touchdown, number 81, Billy Brown. Cooper to Brown, touchdown.
And now that gave some significant distance for the Shepherd Rams. Beautiful ball by Cooper. And it put them up 27-7. I mean, you know, this game was definitely more closer than this score is showing right now. And you know, as we saw last week, you know, you're going to have to come out if you're AIC at halftime, make some adjustments, and get back to where the things were in the beginning of the game. Because I thought they were playing a masterful game, but again, turnovers really, really hurt the Yellow Jackets in this game.
Rams go up 28-7. We'll be right back.
Unexpected opportunities.
Unexpected adrenaline.
Unexpected community.
Shepherd, unexpected.
So you're looking to buy a new car, and you start to ask yourself the important questions. Who, what, where, why? You might be thinking, aren't all dealers the same? And that's where you'd be interested in knowing that Apple Valley Chevy Toyota has been your reputable hometown dealer for over 50 years. With great service, great selection, and great value, giving you the best car buying experience has always been our commitment to you. Plus, our certified automotive technicians get your vehicle serviced right the first time, every time. For all those reasons and more, see why Apple Valley Chevy Toyota is different from the rest.
Rams just take the lead here. Now they're up 28-7. Turnovers, special teams. That's the whole what's happening on this game. The whole issue.
Yeah, I mean, we've always known that Shepherd has very good special teams, but then turnovers, I think, was a whole different issue, and they capitalized off of the turnovers big time, and I think that's the thing. You can't, the team that turns the ball over typically, they don't win when you turn the ball over a lot.
Rice on that return, and he's stopped by David Carter on special teams, and you can see the sideline there for the Rams. as they just really, in the third quarter here, just put up 21 straight points, and they have really just ran roughshod because of the turnovers and the special team mavens, and I'll call them the Rams. 1st and 10 from the 36 for the Yellow Jackets, and they run the ball to Fitzgerald, who goes up the right side, and he's tackled out of bounds.
Just well strung out defensively.
And that's going to be the last play here. Watch the last play of the quarter, of the half here. As you see him, he gets, like you said, very strung out there. And DeAndre Johnson, number 10, comes up from his linebacker spot to make the tackle. And Rams are up here. Rams up big, 28-7 here at the half. And you see the Rams running out the field. So, well, 28-7 once again. We'll be right back.
Don't throw your money away. Come to Mayhew Chevrolet, Sunrise Summit in Romney, or on the web at mayhewcars.com.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Mayhew. At Mayhew Chevrolet, we are a family business where we remember you by your name and not a number. Come to Mayhew Chevrolet. We will take care of you.
It's our weekend. Should we spend it wandering in some home improvement warehouse? No! I say we go to Ace. Yeah! Get help when we walk in the door. Yeah! Because we will maintain our homes, but we will also maintain our weekend! Yes!
Find your helpful hardware man at Dawson's Ace Hardware, 99 Park Circle, Route 522 South, Berkeley Springs, West Virginia.
Your in-store wingman helps get your weekend back at Ace.
The Potomac Eagles Scenic Railroad in Romney, West Virginia, along the south branch of the Potomac River. Enchants everyone.
This has made my day.
Luxury class and open window coach and open air cars to witness soaring eagles in their own backyard, the Trough. The Potomac Eagles Scenic Railroad has your excursion to adventure. See you at the station.
Mother Nature can be a tad unpredictable. That kind of disposition doesn't sit well with a train. Its forecast is as rock solid as solid rock. Nothing but perfect temps house-wide.
McCray Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving your community for 75 years, and we're celebrating with amazing rebates and a 10-year parts and labor warranty free. Now that's peace of mind. These deals are available for a limited time only, so call today. Comfort you can believe in, no matter the season. That's the McCray way.
It's hard to stop a train.
Is your favorite way to spend your free time on a golf course? Then treat yourself to West Virginia's friendliest course, Alpine Lake Resort Golf Course. Alpine Lake is a beautiful 18-hole course bordered by a 150-acre mountain lake. Our weekday greens fees are $40 with cards, and our weekend green fees are just $49. Enjoy our cool mountain air and take pleasure in our stay and play golf packages, starting at just $100. Meet friends at the resort, on the deck overlooking one of West Virginia's most beautiful vistas.
It's halftime here at Rams Stadium. Jerome, Shepherd has a 28-7 lead. And let's talk a little bit about what happened here during the game and during what happened first throughout the whole game and how it started and then how it just came to be now 28-7.
Well, it's interesting because I felt that American International came out ready to play. I mean, they came out and seemed to force the tempo. Everything was going well for them. They ran the ball extremely well. They passed the ball extremely well. They got a combination of big plays on offense, and then on defense, they were just stout. I mean, Shepherd was not able to do much offensively early on. Then we had the rain delay. I mean, we played pretty much to a draw, 7-7. The rain delay came, and that kind of shifted the momentum. And then you had the turnovers happen for the Yellow Jackets, and every turnover resulted in a touchdown for the Rams. And then the special teams got involved for the Rams, and it just snowballed. So you had a game that was really, really close. And now all of a sudden you look at the score and it's 28-7, and you're like, where did that happen? And I just think that, again, turnovers have a way of doing that. You go from being in a game, being up, possibly even, winning at this time, and you're down.
Oh, you would think, though, that because of how things transpired, that the Yellow Jackets are not, do you think they may be panicking at this point, or do you think they might be able to come back due to the fact that most of the stuff was on them that that this happened?
Well, I'll always give a team a chance, and I mean, like we saw last week with Shepherd, they went into halftime winning the game, comes out, Shippensburg takes over, and they lose. So everybody has a shot. Every team has a shot.
We'll see what American International has for the second half, and Shepherd wants to rebound and not have the same second half performance they had last week. It's 28-7 Shepherd. We'll be right back.